Most people build a business to make money. The wealthy, they build a system that makes money long after they're gone. Your business might die with you. Theirs becomes a dynasty. This video isn't about dodging tax. It's about understanding the rules the wealthy helped write. And once you see how it's done, you'll never look at wealth the same again. Stay with me till the end because I'll show you exactly how to start building your own family structure, the same kind the Grosvenors and the Windsors have used for centuries. The rich buy things, the wealthy buy time. The rich measure success by income, the wealthy measure it by control. The rich ask, how much can I make this year? The wealthy ask, who owns it and what happens when I'm gone? That's the real divide. Rich people chase lifestyle, wealthy people build infrastructure. That's why the lottery winners go broke and families like the Grosvenors, Rothschilds and Windsors keep compounding across generations. It's not magic, it's not illegal, it's engineering. In 1677, Sir Thomas Grosvenor, a 21-year-old baronet from Cheshire, married 12-year-old heiress Mary Davies, who owned roughly 500 acres of farmland west of London. Back then, it was boggy fields. Today, it's Mayfair, Belgravia and Eaton Square, some of the priciest land on earth. That marriage created one of the greatest fortunes in British history, and the family still controls it nearly 350 years later. How? It's structure. Instead of transferring assets generation to generation, the Grosvenors placed their property inside family trusts. Those trusts own the companies that own the land. The family doesn't inherit, they succeed as beneficiaries. When the Duke dies, nothing changes hands. The trustees remain, the assets stay put. HMRC sees no transfer, therefore no 40% inheritance tax. According to the Grosvenor Group 2023 report, their portfolio spans more than 9 billion in assets across the UK, Europe, North America and Asia. They don't treat wealth as personal property, they treat it as a mission. That's why it survives centuries. Let's go up a level. The Crown's dynasty machine. Most people think the monarch owns royal assets. They don't. Two massive entities hold them. The Crown Estate, valued at roughly 16 billion, and the Duchy of Lancaster, about 652 million. The King can't sell, gift or bequeath them. They're held in right of the Crown. He receives income, but not ownership. When Queen Elizabeth passed, these estates didn't transfer in probate, they simply continued under Charles. No inheritance tax and no title deeds changing hands. Then there's the Duchy of Cornwall, worth 1.05 billion, now belonging to Prince William. It generates around 24 million annually. Again, he can't sell it, he stewards it. That's the legal power of holding assets for the role, not for the person. No ownership, no transfer, no inheritance tax. That's the ultimate dynasty model. So how can business owners copy this using the same logic legally? Modern dynasties use family investment companies, FICs, and discretionary trusts. A family investment company is a limited company created to hold family wealth, cash, property and shares. A discretionary trust owns the shares of that company. You lend or gift capital to the company. You act as a director or trustee, guiding it but not personally owning the assets. The FIC pays corporation tax instead of you paying income tax on the same profits. Over time, that tax differential compounds massively because the trust owns the shares, the assets sit outside your estate for inheritance tax purposes, provided you follow the HMRC rules on genuine gifts. You've just built your own miniature Grosvenor estate. But here's where some people can go wrong. They set up the structure, then carry on as if nothing changed. I've put the house in a trust for the kids, they say, while still living there rent-free. I've given my investments to my kids, they say, but they're still drawing the dividends. According to HMRC's Inheritance Tax Manual section, HTM 42254, that's called a gift with reservation of benefit. It means if you gift something but still use or profit from it, you never truly gave it away. HMRC treats it as part of your estate anyway. So for example, you gift a £1 million house into a trust but continue living there rent-free. The result, HMRC still counts it towards your estate in inheritance tax due on death. So how do the wealthy pull this off? They don't stop benefiting, they just change how they benefit. They shift from ownership to employment by their own system. They work for the structure, not outside of it. They earn legitimate income, salaries, management fees or dividends for managing the wealth vehicle. If their company or trust owns a home they live in, they pay market rent, but that rent is paid from their own declared income. Everything stays inside the system. Everything is taxed correctly, but nothing ever transfers. It's perfectly legal because the key rule is separate ownership and benefit. The Rockefeller quote sums it up: own nothing, control everything. That's how you live in luxury while your assets remain untouchable. So let's have a look at today's dynasties. The Bamford family, JCB, estimated a $5 billion fortune, still privately held through family companies and trusts. The business never floated, control never diluted. The Dyson family. James Dyson moved the group's parent to Singapore in 2019 to consolidate manufacturing and protect global IP within a multinational corporate structure. The trusts holding Dyson Holdings Limited manage wealth, transfer and control. The Sainsbury family, through the Sainsbury Family Charitable Trusts, which is 18 separate foundations, manage over $1 billion. It's philanthropy and legacy all in one move. Different paths, same principle: protect the asset, pass the benefit. Now here's the blueprint. The same 5 steps all dynasties quietly follow. Step 1, separate ownership from control. Never own major assets personally. Let a company or trust own them. You operate as director or trustee. If it's not in your name, it can't die with you. Step 2, use entities as shields, limited companies, trusts, holding firms. Each adds a layer between you and liability and between your heirs and HMRC. Step 3, govern relentlessly. Trust minutes, board meetings, audits. Wealth isn't magic, it's managed. The rich rely on luck, the wealthy rely on documentation. Step 4, reinvest relentlessly. The rich spend their profits, the wealthy redeploy them. Every pound compounds, every asset spawns another. Step 5, think in centuries, not years. Dynasty thinking is long game thinking. You're building a system your great-grandchildren will inherit already running. A wise person plants trees whose shade they'll never sit under. So building wealth isn't about showing it off, it's about making sure your great-grandchildren don't have to start from zero. That's what the Grosvenors did, that's what the Windsors do, and it's what you can do if you stop thinking like a taxpayer and start thinking like a dynasty.